Hi there, this is Pam from Jesusjunkjournals.com, and I'm trying to find ways to put things in my journal without just having a pocket. So I'm gonna try to make an envelope. I've got this blue that goes together, and I want to put it on here, but I also love this glassine that we created. There's a video I have to how to do this. So I'm gonna try and make an envelope for it. And so, let's see, I think I'm gonna lay it here on this grid, see if this works for me. I want it to be, I don't know if this pencil will even write on this. I kind of want it to be here. I'm going to draw, hopefully, what I think will be the size of the envelope. Hopefully I'll be able to see that mark. And so I'm going to go out. That might be too far. I am making the flaps, because all an envelope is a bunch of flaps. So I know it'd be great to have a template, but I want it to be, I'm looking over at this one, kind of want it to be the size I want it to be to fit this. So, you know, templates only make a certain size. So what I'm gonna do is get my X-Acto knife. I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut. Try not to tear this. Wow, the pencil just really kind of almost did it. And let's see. I'm going to cut 2 pockets out, and then I'm going to, hopefully, we'll see if it works. Take it and fold it over. So I have the same size flap on each side. So I'm gonna fold it like that. And I'm gonna cut the excess off, so I'm not dragging that around with me. I'm cutting this out, I doubled it, so those 2 flaps will be the same. And I'm gonna get rid of that. And then I'm gonna take, now this is the bottom and the top flap. They don't have to be the same. Will this work? Let's see. No, it won't. I didn't allow enough room. Okay. So plan B will be to glue a flap big enough to cover this up, which is doable. So I'm going to cut a little bitty flap. Hopefully you can see this. There's a line there. And I'm just going to cut it big enough to glue a flap. And then I'm going to figure out how big this other side needs to be. So So it needs to be big enough that once this flap is folded and glued, it covers all the flaps, holds them all together. I'm just trying to square it up. It looks like it wasn't square. So I'm gonna cut I need a straight line. So I'm gonna draw a straight line on here because it may or may not be square on as it's laying on here. So if I draw a straight line, I can work from that. I hope that makes sense. You need it like one straight edge. So I'm gonna use my scissors. And so I need it to be just a little bit short. So I just drew an outline of the envelope. I can barely see the line. We'll see if that works or not. Okay, so I need it to be well, I might as well just cut it to the size. That way I can always cut it off if I want it shorter. Okay, so I'm making a mark in it. This is wax. It's got wax. It's tissue paper with wax on it, so it's taken my marks pretty well. Okay, so I'm gonna glue this panel, and actually I'm gonna make it just a little bit shorter. So I'm gonna just fold the flap down. And cut it off. Run my fingernail along it, so hopefully I can see it. And then I'm going to take the glitter glue and run it along the edge. It's got a little raggy place on it, so I'm going to trim it off. So it needs to dry, but what's going to happen is this is going to fit in here like that. The glue will dry and hopefully be invisible. And so then I'll have a glassine envelope that I can glue on this page, and you can, so then you can see through it. You can see there's something in there. And I'm also thinking that I'm going to take a ribbon and I think what I'm going to do is take this, I'd like to have this ribbon here. I'm going to run it up the middle like a belly band. I'm going to stitch it, and then glue this envelope, either glue this envelope or make a slit in it and thread the ribbon through it. And that way I've got a belly band behind it that I could tuck something behind it. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go get that, and I'll come back, let you see what it looks like. Okay, so what I did is I cut a couple of slits in this little envelope, and I cut the ribbon and I threaded it through the little slits. And so now I'm going to go over to the sewing machine and sew this ribbon on, and then I'll be back. Okay, here it is. I stitched it down. Of course, I ran out of thread when I was trying to do it, so I had to redo it. And I think I'm going to leave this ribbon sticking up and just cut the tails at an angle. Need to use my good scissors for that. That one's okay. I might change my mind about that, but for now, I'll leave it. And then this will go in here. And I can, I could put a piece of washi tape on it, but I kind of want to leave it where you could open it. And then there's room behind it. These are the tags I had to take out of the pockets from behind, so I didn't get them in the way of the sewing machine. But you could take a card or a tag and put it in there behind it. Probably not one with a ribbon like that. Here's one without one. And tuck in some things behind it. So that was that. All right then, I will see you next time.